Hi there, so I am Aaron and welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I'm live and hopefully we'll get some people in there tonight. We have a lot to talk about. I mean, there's a lot to look at. So what I'm going to do is what I did when I was doing my live video. And I'm going to kind of mute the TV and I'm going to put on your comments so I can see them up there for when I go to do that. So hopefully the lack of letting you know ahead of time this time doesn't mean that we're not going to get to chat. So I want to first off thank everybody that came in for the Patreon for the Crimson Cult live stream that I did. It turned out to be luckily a massive success, and there's going to be many more of them coming. So before I start, well, I got to get things to get ready, and then we will get started. And hopefully we get a lot of people here. If not, this will be a pretty quick video. Fridays are always difficult days for me when it comes to when it comes to making a video, because I'm never quite sure what I'm going to get. Now, last Friday was extremely good, you got to say, because we had a lot to talk about. And here we do. We got Criterion being announced today. We have the announcements for Severin's new big box set, which I'm actually pretty stoked about. And quite a bit more. So in order to get that done, let's kind of open up the chat thingy. You guys are quiet tonight, so gotta say, kind of surprised. Especially all things considered. Now let's go to my live. And it's taken a while, which is okay, because it's giving you guys time to get in. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, and we have nobody as of yet. So what does that mean? Well, I keep talking. That also means eventually I'm just going to do what I need to do. And if you miss out, hopefully you caught it none live. That's all I can do. Now to make sure that I'm getting this all straightened away. And to make sure that nothing that I'm saying is like I'm not speaking too out loud. Well, that I can't hear myself anyway. I gotta make sure this is muted. Now I know why. I was curious to why nobody was seeing this. And then I just looked at the visibility. It helps. All right. So, hi. I am live, and for the last 2.5 minutes, last 4 minutes, because I had my video unlisted, I've been kind of talking to myself, wondering why there's been no people showing up, and feeling pretty disheartened. And then I looked up here and I realized, guess what, Aaron, you kind of forgot to put the video live, and I've been talking to a camera. So, not surprised. Gonna put that out there right now. Anyway, I gotta fix my hair because holy crap, I look like Ziggy from friggin' Laverne and Shirley with the little part coming down there like that. There is a lot of news. Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, Criterion. There's a lot to talk about. Holy crap. And oh man, so there's a sale going on with Vinegar Syndrome right now. We'll get into that. I'm not sure where to go first. We got the Severin announcement to talk about, the Criterions to talk about, some unusual choices for Criterion to chat about, and we also have like some stuff that I got too. I got some stuff from Mondo Macabro today, so I'm very excited about that as well. This is the longest time it's ever took one of these chat things to start. Cult. I was disappointed in you tonight. Where's everybody at? This is going to be like the shortest video ever. Anywho. While I'm waiting for people to maybe come in. What the hell? Let's look at the website because it's fun. Alright, so we'll look at Severin first. We are going to look into we're going to look into Vinegar Syndrome first. I want to see their sale. So let's do that first before we get into any of this stuff. So we look at the Vinegar Syndrome sale right now. And what we got going on here is we got the 4K release that's going to be available. And that is for the obvious title. And I gotta say, I'm excited to see this one get an actual release because it's kind of a cool film, and I don't own this one. Now, don't know if I'll be grabbing it there today, but I am going to be grabbing it soon. It's one that I do recommend. Kay Parker is in that one. I always like Kay Parker. She's really good. There's the Don't Panic PJ. So I'm curious to see if my size is still available because oh my god, these are hilarious. I'm a medium, so let's check out my medium pajamas. Oh, nope. I am not getting any Don't Panic pajamas. Apparently they're out of stock in my size, and I don't think I can swing a large. That's and a good, and wow, the Don't Panic PJs sold out. I am impressed. Them doing this, like taking Don't Panic, and I know Brad Henderson had a lot to do with it, so big props to Brad. The fact that they looked at what was happening and brought it to the masses. Like they realized that the Ruben Glando Jr. stuff was popular. They realized that people had already mentioned that there was the silly like dinosaur pajamas that the hero wore throughout the film. And actually took it upon themselves to go out and market this. Yeah, that's brilliant. That is bloody brilliant. And also surprising. So they did. I was surprised, and that's the newer stuff that I didn't expect to be on sale. Actually was on sale. So when I did the private stream, then we talked about all the titles that we thought were going to be on sale and some of the ones that didn't think were going to be on because they were too new to be on sale. They showed up in the sale, so I was very excited to see that. There's a limited edition T-shirt. The T-shirt looks amazing too, by the way, because the cool thing about the T-shirt is you can actually wear the shirt and not have and pretty much nobody know what it is. Nobody's going to say, like, okay, this is the shirt from an adult film or like a classic erotica film. But I'm impressed. I mean, it's like got a 2001-ish type of like almost Infinity Gauntlet-ish Marvel Cosmics type of quality to the look of the shirt. And I do dig that. I like the fact that they do have like the standard edition as well as a Robot Valentine version as well, which is kind of cool. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that aspect of it. Which has been kind of a fun, brilliant way to go with it. to go right into the Severin announcement because there is absolutely 0 people here tonight. And that is depressing, to say the least.
That's fine. It's a recorded video. People will see it, whatever.
Yeah. Well, if it stays up. If it doesn't stay up, they won't. Okay, so Severin made a big announcement. We'll look at the American announcement first, and then we'll look at the Canadian announcement as well. So the Christopher Lee's European Vacation Bundle is limited to 250 U.S. customers only. I do kind of get that because it is a huge fab book again that they're doing. This time it's a really good one that kills me because it is one sexy book. It is on Terence Fisher, and for those of you that have watched a lot of Hammer and a lot of British horror, Terence Fisher is the guy behind the camera when it comes to Hammer. He's the guy that you think of first. There's always the Freddie Francises and the guys like that, but Terence Fisher is the master when it comes to being behind the camera for many of Hammer's penultimate releases, which is amazing. So there's also the poster there as well, and we have the enamel pin number 20 of Christopher Lee. Who doesn't want an enamel pin of Christopher Lee? Come on. The Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee. So let's break down exactly what's in this box set and see why this is much better than the Milligan set, in my not so humble opinion. All right, so this is the. I won't go over. I'll just go over this part here because I'm going to go over the bundle itself when it comes to the North American release, or Canadian release, I guess, Canadian Europe release. But in the exclusive box set, you get the Terence Fisher book. First edition hardcover signed by the author. It's not the same as there's a Jonathan Rigby book included in the box set. That's not the same as this book here. This is a much bigger, thicker hardcover book. There is a Severin enamel pin. There's a Christopher Lee 18 by 24 poster. It looks beautiful. And we have, of course, the Euro box set, which we're going to look into in a second when we go over to the regular release. Now, you can only get that release in if you're in the United States. I'm actually kind of peeved about that. I'm hoping to get this whole thing worked out, this shipping thing worked out soon, so we can get back to getting regular stuff from Severin. It's not their fault. I don't blame Severin for it at all. It's definitely beyond their control. But when you're shipping something like this, it's going to be pretty expensive. And the thing is that they sure could go out and say, yeah, we'll do it. We'll get it for North American release as well. But then they're going to put you with the shipping costs, and you're going to be, probably complaining about the cost of the shipping because it's going to be pretty expensive. Because Severin is not Amazon. They cannot charge you Amazon prices for the shipping. And you cannot fault them on that. So it is a gorgeous looking set. So let's look and see the pictures of everything that's there first. So we can see the box set right there. It's a 9-disc set. So right there we see Castle of the Living Dead. I love this cover. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous looking cover. I love the way that Christopher Lee looks in the foreground, and that kind of the hunchback character in the background there is kind of a really cool. I love the black cases, the way that it's done. I hate the fact that on my screen that I'm doing right now, like the one I'm looking at, not the one that you guys can see. It's different than what I'm saying. So second up is the Crypt of Vampire, another excellent release. Really cool to see this one. I love the look of this one here. This one, I'm pretty sure this is the one where he plays Karnstein. So, though I got to look into that one. I got to check and see. And I mean Karnstein as a good guy, not a bad guy. We got Challenge the Devil, which is another really cool release from them. One I don't know if I've seen Challenge the Devil. If I have, I don't know if it's in under that title. Then we have Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace, directed by Terence Fisher. I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan. This is a cool release. Christopher Lee did a few Sherlock Holmes films. and I'm pretty stoked about this one here. Next up, we get this is a really cool one, Theater Macabre. So, Chris Lee presents Theater Macabre. So this is a foreign TV series, an anthology series that was hosted by Christopher Lee. There are only 24 episodes that are still surviving. All 24 episodes that are still surviving are on this set. So it's a 2-disc set, Theater Macabre. Interesting to see what that is. I have no idea. I've never seen it. Don't know anything about it. The Torture Chamber, Dr. Sadism, as was previously on as a DVD with a standard release on one of their sets, which I'm pretty sure I got, but this is a new 4K restoration. So we'll go over everything that's in the set here now. So this one, we got Castle of the Living Dead with Christopher Lee, Donald Sutherland, Michael Reeves, by producer Paul Maslansky. It's of course 9-minute runtime. We got English mono, closed captioning. Now scanned in a 4K from the Italian negative from the original. So basically it's the OCN we got here. We have on this an audio commentary with Nathaniel Thompson and film writer Troy Howarth. We got an audio commentary with film writer Kat Ellinger. Kat Ellinger is amazing. So both those commentaries are going to be incredible. From the Castle to the Academy interview with master producer Paul Maslansky. The Castle of the Mystery Men, Roberto Curti, author of Mavericks of Italian Cinema, and writer, director Warren Kiefer. We have a CD soundtrack for that one as well, so that's actually kind of cool. Next, we come up with Challenge the Devil, a.k.a. Catarsis. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Again, we got Chris Lee in this one here as well. We have Adriania and Bessie from Fangs of the Living Dead, which is actually kind of cool. A 2K scan from the original Italian negative. Feature-wise on this one, we get the Dance with the Devil interview with Roberto Curti, The Importance of Being Giorgio with Giorgio Ardasan, talking over 2 decades of his career. Volume 3 gives us Crypt of the Vampire with Chris Lee, basically. Yep, as nobleman Count Karenstein, not a bad guy in this one. And we get Andrina and Bessie with him, acting here with him again. Thomas Millar is in this one. From a screenplay by Ernesto Gastaldi. So for those that don't know, Ernesto Gastaldi is pretty much the big guy when it comes to talking about when it comes to writing stuff. He wrote Giallos. He wrote the Pablum films. He pretty much did it all. But anytime you look at some of the big stuff, whether it comes from Umberto Lenzi or directors like that, you see Ernesto Gastaldi's name on a lot of that stuff. Lucio Fulci. That one we just get a trailer on. Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace. I don't expect to have a lot on this one, but there is a Kim Newman and Barry Forshaw commentary, so kind of pleased to see that there. But it's from a screenplay by Kurt Sotomac, of course, who did The Wolfman. Thorley Walters is in this one as Dr. Watson. He's pretty much a Hammer regular. Thorley Walters is in pretty much all the Hammer films. Next up, we get Theater Macabre, which is a anthology television series. I gotta look in this one because I'm pretty not sure. Lee delivers the intro and outro for each half hour at his imposing and often cheeky best, while the tales themselves adapted from Poe, Dostoevsky, Ambrose Bierce, Robert Louis Stevenson, Oscar Wilde, are written and directed by filmmakers. It looks like it's a Polish series from the look of the names that are on there. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it. So that's discs 5 and 6. There's 24 episodes, 610 minutes, region-free disc, because most of these are with a promo with Chris Lee on there, and pretty much that's it. Next up is the Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. Now, this was initially released with a non-cleaned-up version on their Hemisphere Horror box set, but this looks to be it's a new 4K scan from the original German negative. So they've dove deep into the library to get this stuff. We get an audio commentary by Mondo Digital. I gotta check something here. All right, so we get an audio commentary by Mondo Digital. We get Mondo Digital's Nathaniel Thompson. From writer Troy Howarth, we get an audio interview with actress Karen Dwyer with German with English subtitles, location featurette, theatrical trailer, teaser trailers, German Super 8 digest short, for name on like another Super 8 digest short. I cannot pronounce those names. Poster gallery, behind the scenes still gallery, restoration slideshow. And disc 8 we get is the relics from the crypt. So that's going to have a lot of different features on it. And honey, we got one of the big things is they found a Swiss TV documentary that hasn't been like seen in years. Apparently, it's a 1974 Swiss documentary with Christopher Lee, Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, Roger Corman, and Rye Ashton. It's only a short one, runs around 60 minutes long, French with English subtitles. Looks to be a really good one. All right. There's Behind the Mask, a Chris Lee remembers Boris Karloff. It runs at 31 minutes, an unfinished 1991 documentary. A Cinescope 1976 Belgian TV interview with Salim Sassam, 52 minutes long, French with English subtitles. Colin Grimshaw interviews Christopher Lee, 60 minutes long. Auto interview with Christopher Lee, runs for 20 minutes. Monsters and Vampires, interview with pioneering horror movie historian Alan Frank, runs for 15 minutes. The Crypt Keeper's Making of the Crypt of the Vampire featurette with Ernesto Destaldi. That runs 34 minutes. We get a 4 minutes and 35 second and a 3 minutes. And actually, I'm pretty good with, well, you know, you're the only person here. I'm super peeved, Michael. I started this like, what was it? Like 15 minutes ago. You're the only person I've seen so far. This is like a valley of the death. So, not sure it's going to go on. I'm not upset with anymore with like Severin. I do think it would have been nice to have them put the set in altogether, to do like the poster and the pin. But I guess, you know, it's not something. I was, like I said when I mentioned it to you, it was very much a nitpicky thing. So finally, we're getting some people show up. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, guys. You left me hanging. You guys left me hanging tonight. And it was quite the, what's the word I'm looking for? It was awkward, guys. You left me in an awkward situation, and I gave you time. See, this is not you. This is YouTube. YouTube hates me. Like, I got this. I came in this time. I checked my YouTube monetization. I looked at it. I said, I'm not making money this month. Cried a bit inside. And then went to my regular day job like we all do. I'm going to get... Actually, I'm talking about the Severin set right now. I'm actually at disc 8. So I do apologize for the people that didn't get notifications until now. That post looks terrible. I have not even looked at the poster yet. I've been on for 15 minutes, Ragman. It's been... My better half is like over there, like outside of camera range. And it's been embarrassing, like making a video to myself. What, like, because normally with my better half, I'm like, hey, look, I'm doing stuff. Hey there, Ron. Thanks a lot, man. I'm surprised I didn't hear that big noise yet. We'll hear it in a second. Hey there, Mary. So, it's a big set. It's a big set. So we got the 8 disc. There's a ton of features. I do like the pin. I think the pin's really nice. I didn't actually. My comic shop, Chris, doesn't even have any omnibuses there. It's we got a small comic shop. Not a lot of stuff there. I knew it was gonna come. Hey there, Vince. Yeah, everybody apparently just got notification since I've been here for like 20 minutes now because they want that sweet face action. See, if Michael, I would have got in time and picked up those sweet looking dinosaur pajamas, I would eventually came on here, did a live stream in the Don't Panic dinosaur pajamas. But those sold out before I had the chance to. But props, super props to Brad Henderson, who I know worked on that. So, really cool stuff. Which cheeks? Yep, this is the Severin set. The ninth disc is the Cast of the Living Dead original soundtrack CD. So that's going to be pretty cool there. I'm actually looking forward to that. Look at the set right there. We got like 9 discs. The book looks really nice. There's 88-page booklet. Their book with there. So not 88 pages is not a booklet. It's a book at that point. So we got a 88-page book by Jonathan Rigby. I'm going back and forth on this set. It looks really good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this that looks really, really good. And there's a few things that I'm not quite sure of. I would love to have had that Theater Macabre. That I really want that. That looks really, really interesting. It's a Polish series. I think it's Polish. Do I have that right? Is it Polish? Because the names looks like it's Polish. But that being said, I am not the best judge of the foreign language. I barely got English right. Hey there, Chris. It's an amazing looking set. I mean, look at this. We got Relics from the Crypt with Chris Lee with his sexy mustache on there. How can you not love that? How can you not want that? You get the Castle of the Living Dead CD, 24 episode TV series. So you are not just getting like these movies, like these 5 movies, which is cool. You get some horror. You get some Christopher Lee flexing his dramatic muscles as the great Sherlock Holmes. Thank you, Michael. Question to you guys. Eurocrypt versus Milligan set. If you were on a boat and you can only have one of them, well, I don't know why we'll put a boat into the mix. Well, I guess they just got, maybe in Poland, like Lee was really popular too. But which would you grab? If you can only grab one of these, like the Milligan set or the Christopher Lee set, what becomes the most paramount one for you? Because I think that's a good question. But there's one thing I want to check. One thing I was checking when I was going through here that I didn't check that I wanted to check. So yeah, so this was in 1971. So the year I was born, really. Like feature-wise, some of them are, like when you get to things like Crypt of the Vampire, which is one where I kind of would want to see some features. Like you just get a trailer. You'd grab Milligan? Eurocrypt? This sucker ain't limited. Do we know it's not limited? Good. Okay. So I can wait a bit on this one. Because the last time they said like, oh wait, there's a Milligan set. It didn't look limited. Then they went on and said, oh, we're down to less than 900 copies. I'm like, wait a second. When did the Milligan set get limited? Because I was thinking, okay, I can get the Milligan set down the road, half price when they do their sale. Because I didn't feel like I had to grab it now. Milligan's so much a gamble for you. Like there's good and bad. I mean, like, see, I got the Torture Chamber Dr. Sadism, not a good copy of it. Like which would I pick? Milligan set has the better features, but I'd probably pick this because I would watch this more. Like the Milligan set, I would love to have because I know I would teach on it. I know I could teach on the Milligan set. There are certain things he's underrated, and I can talk about the reasons, and I will another time. But There's some really good things about this set. Now, this is, of course, not, let's be honest, this is not the best stuff Christopher Lee put out. We know that. Like, a lot of these, they are obscure. Some are obscure. I mean, like, I don't really consider, like, stuff like the Sherlock Holmes and Deadly Necklace is obscure. If you go to, for a long time, if you went to, like, any store, you went to your local Winners or something like that, and they had, like, 3 or 4 DVD sets there, they usually had one that had the Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace on it. Like, it's one of those that was just, but usually was like a cheap jack version of it that wasn't very good. These are new scans of all these films. I don't remember Crypt of the Vampire very well, so I don't even know if I've seen this. I think I have. Challenge of the Devil, again, another one I don't remember very well. Now, my dad will have seen all of these. Castle Living Dead I've seen, of course. Everybody's seen Castle Living Dead. You got Michael Reeves, Donald Sutherland's first role, so. And, of course, I'm Canadian, so I can't not have. Well, I can't not like know Donald Sutherland's first role. It's a Canadian staple. $105 American for the Real Crypt of Christopher Lee box set. So it's cheaper than the Andy Milligan set, which is runs at $140. Hey, Josephine, welcome. So it's still not a bad price. It goes over the 100, and I think $100 is the free shipping like threshold. I'd have to check for here in Canada at least, or somewhere around there. Like Castle Living Dead, you get a bunch of features on there. I expect that. I'm glad there's features on Challenge the Devil. I am disappointed there's no features on Crypt of the Vampire. But that being said, like there is, like, yeah. Again, it's me being new. I know a few of the films. Like I know, like I've seen Castle Living Dead like several times. Have I seen Challenge of a Crypt of the Vampire? I don't remember them right now. Maybe I have. If I have, I don't remember it. I think I might have seen Crypt of the Vampire under another name. Sherlock Holmes, The Deadly Necklace, yeah. Oh yeah, new scans for all of them, man. Theater Macabre, no clue. Torture Chamber Doctor Sadism several times. Lex Barker's in it. My dad's a huge Tarzan fan. Lex Barker's one of the guys that played Tarzan. So we got here, but the big thing for me, anyway, the one thing that like really kind of puts it over is you got this 8-disc of like features, of like a ton of like features, like University College Dublin 2011 Q&A with Sir Christopher Lee, outtakes from To the Devil a Daughter, Theater of Death, 2001 DVD interview sessions covering the most frightening films ever, Black Masses, Police Academy 7. I know he's in it, but I don't think that is one of the most frightening films ever. Apparently, according to Michael there, America looks like any Mondo Macabro films would make a good pairing with any of the Vinegar Syndrome titles. Interesting. I mean, like, I'm not quite sure, like, if there's any, like, adult, maybe some of the Jess Franco ones. Maybe some of the Jess Franco stuff. I got some Mondo Macabro. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that right now. I'm going to forget it if I don't do it. I got some Mondo. Oh, my God. I can't even speak tonight. Yes, I got some Mondo Macabro. I got some Mondo Macabro stuff to show you guys that I got today. I'm going to show you that. Then we're going to go back, look at the Vinegar Syndrome, look at the set a bit more, and look at the stuff that you didn't get to see because my notification system is sucky. So, am I on? I can't even tell. There we go. I'm back. All right. So I got 4 things today from, hey there, Dungeon, from Mondo Macabro. Just pre-ordered the Christopher Lee bundle. Nice. I am jealous, Cinematic Collector, that you can order the bundle, and over here, I can just order like the one film. All right, so let's look at what I got from Mondo Macabro. I got 4 titles today. So first off, and if anybody has this one, I have a question. I have Emmanuel in America. Obviously, it's a classic film. No, I need some commentaries. Shadow. I need me some commentaries. So normally, when you get a Mondo Macabro, this is the regular release. This isn't like the limited edition release, okay? Question, does anybody have this release? Move slightly to the right. There we go. I gotta ask if anybody's got this release. And there's an important reason. See, so when I open this up, take the disc out. Is the okay? So, Michael, do you have the? Did you get the limited edition or the regular edition? Zach. So, because what kind of blew my mind is because on the limited editions, I know that there's alternate artwork, but from the last I checked, the alternate artwork is only for the limited edition. So, I'm not quite sure if I just lucked out or if this was printed on all the discs. Either way, it's kind of cool that there's alternate artwork on a regular edition, because there's never alternate artwork on the regular editions of any Mondo Macabro releases. And I got quite a few, and I've never seen it. It's weird, isn't it, Michael? Like, have you ever seen that before? I've never seen it. Let me know what you find out. All right, now for the limited edition stuff, the actual limited edition stuff that I picked up. So first off, we got, and I gotta be very careful because there is some nudity. Is that a softcore movie? Which one? Emmanuel? Sort of, yeah. Emmanuel in America's got it's Joe D'Amato, so it pushes some boundaries. So this, you do have the alternate art. So there we go. It's the only time they've ever done that. We got Panic Beats here. A great little Nashi film. There's a character in this that's kind of a follow-up from a character that was in Horror Rises from the Tomb. So I got to be really careful showing this one because of a certain reason. So there is an alternate artwork for this one. Okay. Hold on. This is the booklet. There's like a completely nude woman on there, so obviously I'm YouTube reasons. But a really cool looking film. Some great stuff on here in the booklet as well. Like, here's a page, a great write-up. I'm very impressed with that. But it didn't just have a booklet with it. It actually has cards as well. So let's make sure the cards are decent. So okay, so we got, I love this one here. So yeah, see, it's not limited edition unless it's like a red case. That's the thing. So that's so weird. I'm not complaining. I'm glad there's no alternate artwork. Feature-wise, on this here limited edition, there is a brand new 4K restoration from the OCN, 2 interviews with director star Paul Nashi, auto commentary with the Nashi cast. I really love the Nashi cast actually, with Troy Guan and Rod Barnett. Exclusive 20-page booklet about the film written by Troy Howarth. A set of full color lobby cards, reproductions, double-sided sleeve. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, this one's double-sided too. So I have number 466 of 1000. So just so you can see the alternate artwork, which is actually really cool. I might switch that around actually after. Do I have the limited edition? But the things that doesn't say what number my limited edition one is if I switch artwork around. I don't like that. How will people know that it's limited if I don't have a big block with the numbers saying it? Does it at least say it on the side? Let's see. It does. Well, at least I'll have limited edition on the inside. Trying to get this thing back in. Yeah, it's so the red casing is cool. I mean, like one of these is one that I've got a limited edition that doesn't have red casing. I'll explain that in a second. Did you get these, Michael? This is a really good release. I recommend it. Oh, by the way, feature-wise on Emmanuel in America, we have a 4K transfer for the film, English, Italian audio choices, newly created English subtitles, interview with the writer David Flint, basically on Joe D'Amato's career. There's a 62-minute full-length documentary on Joe D'Amato, an audio commentary by Bruce Holchick and Nathaniel Thompson, and of course the previews. So that's always great for that. Next up, we have one that I'm extremely excited about. Oh, Josephine, are you not following Michael's channel? He's really good. We have Blood Ceremony. So this is a Countess Bathory tale, but it is done by the director that did the incredible The Living Dead in Manchester Morgue. You got one Mondo Macabro, Panic Beats. Got cheap somewhere. This is a good one. You're gonna what's that? Jorge Grau did this one. So feature-wise, we get again another brand new 4K restoration from the original negative. But not only that, it's a fully uncut international restoration. Plus, it also gives you the alternate, like clothed Spanish version. Who's gonna watch that? Digitally restored. 2 archive interviews with the director. There's trailers, auto commentary from Troy Haworth and Nathaniel Thompson, auto commentary from Robert Monell and Rod Barnett, and an animated sales brochure, set of full-color lobby cards, 28-page full-color booklet, exclusive to the release, Mondo Macabro previews, all the good jazz again. Hey there, Juan. Welcome, man. So I can show you more of this stuff. There's less nudity to show you in this one, I hope. So this is, of course, the tale of Countess Bathory, Elizabeth Bathory. And he did it in a really unique way. He was smart in that, like, in the places that you expected that there would be, like nudity, there actually wasn't. And in places that you didn't expect it, there was. I love the cards. This is my favorite one right here. But not only that, there's like the booklet, and I want to put my favorite on top. And it's by Ismael Fernandez. So you can see the booklet right here. It's a pretty thick booklet, running at 28 pages. Some kind of cool write-ups and really interesting stuff in there. Apparently, Violent Bloodbath was the title this movie was given in certain places. Or The Female Butcher. Really weird title for like a Bathory one. But again, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous looking one. There is alternate artwork, which I will show you. So there's the alternate artwork. I'm iffy on this alternate artwork though, so I am definitely keeping this. I like this artwork better. This is probably one of the films I'm most interested in seeing. I really love The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue. I know this is probably a bit more like restrained, but it would be an interesting double feature with Countess Dracula with Ingrid Pitt, which is a Hammer film. Any thoughts? Well, I don't like getting stuff like that, but Judith Kenobi, I'll tell you one thing. You reap what you sow. That's all I'll say. But Blood Ceremony, really cool title. And last but not least is the sexiest looking release. This If you don't have this release, this is going to make you wish you picked up this release. It's sexy. It's cool. It's awesome. So this is Queens of Evil. Now, Queens of Evil stars Ray Lovelock. And if you don't know who Ray Lovelock is, I got to say, you need to have some Ray Lovelock in your life. He was an amazing, Italian, bloody hell, amazing Italian film. Not just actor, but he's really talented. He was a musician, like a really, really talented guy, really multifaceted. So here is the big set for Queens of Evil. So we get Queens of Evil. There were 1,200 numbered copies. I think there's originally. I thought, hey there, Kubrick. There was originally 1,000, but this sold so quickly and so well, they added 200 copies. So let's get into this now. Again, even on the inside, this is a gorgeous looking release. Feature wise on here, this is where it gets really good. This is where it's something that was amazingly worth having. We got the 4K transfer from Film Negative, interview with Ray Lovelock. When they say interview with Ray Lovelock, that's understating what it is. It is a 3-hour plus long career spanning interview with Ray Lovelock. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. 3+ hours with Ray Lovelock going over his entire career. And that is going to be something to behold. That is amazing. We got an auto commentary from Kat Ellinger and Sam Deegan. Love that. We got an exclusive 20-page booklet on the film written by Roberto Curti. Trailer, alternate sequences, set of full-color lobby cards, reproductions, English, Italian audio with optional subtitles, Mondo Macabro preview. So we're going to look at that here together. So this one actually doesn't have alternate artwork. As you can see, it's a 2-disc release. It's like first disc, the film. Second disc, 3.5-hour long interview with Ray Lovelock. Where else are you going to get that? Nobody else is going to give you that. For me, this is hands down one of the best releases he ever did. Also, the cards are incredible too. So here is the poster art. Let's see, I can show you. Yeah, I can show that. So here's the more poster art for the film and more. Yeah, okay, I can show that. That's Ray Lovelock there, a young Ray Lovelock. If you've ever seen Oasis of Fear, aka An Ideal Place to Kill, that stars Ray Lovelock. So if you're kind of wondering what my big deal is about Ray Lovelock, that's that guy from An Ideal Place to Kill. So Mondo Macabro put out An Ideal Place to Kill. It was considered one of their best releases of last year. Go these quickly. And let's do the last one really quick. So, well, stay. There's the booklet right here. I'll show that picture. So there's some amazing stuff in here. Like, I'm excited to read these booklets. I'm excited about all these films, actually. There's not one of these films out of these 4. Bless you.
Thank you.
That I don't want to watch. That's the big thing. Is that all 4 of these films are exciting to me. Mondo Macabro is doing I think it's this month, which is one of the reasons that I haven't bought anything else. My birthday's coming up. They're doing pre-orders for coming up soon and I'll let you guys know for the new stuff. So what's on the new pre-order? Well, there's more Nashi. We know that Hell to the Devil is one of the hardest to get Nashi films, especially in good condition. I have never seen a good condition copy of Hell to the Devil in my life. I've gotten like bootleg copies when I was younger, and those were on VHS. And even when I found them online, it was pretty crap. So they have a new restoration for Howl of the Devil. That's a big one for people that are Nashi aficionados. Later on this year, I don't think it's coming out really soon now, but I know The Frenchman's Garden is coming out as well. They're doing a restoration for that film. And the third one that we know is coming out is Jorge Gro's The Hunting Ground. So I wish I was going to be 35. I'm going to be the big 5-0 on my birthday. And I'm not bitter about it at all. No, actually, I don't mind. It means that I've lasted half of a freaking century. Hopefully, if all things go well, I will have lasted half of a century. Pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Pretty excited about that. So let's look at the Criterion stuff. Don't go back to the sales stuff. I've seen extras for Scream Factory. It's amazing. I mean, Event Horizon is not one of my better half's favorite films. She calls it... What's it you call it again? Hold on a second. I want to ask her. Hind. Event Horizon.
Ugh.
If I say that movie, what do you think?
I think Bro is wanting to get into sci-fi and horror.
Yeah, so according to Hind, there's a new 49. According to Hind, she thinks of it like Hind's in her. I guess it's a bit of gatekeeping for a very geeky person like me. She says that Event Horizon in her mind is like Bro sci-fi horror. Isn't like it's not like big sci-fi horror. It's more like guys that weren't really into sci-fi horror that she knew would talk about Event Horizon. Like they wouldn't watch 2001 or anything like that. But man, if you ask those guys about football stats, they know that. And if you ask them about Event Horizon, they know that as well.
It's really it's really about.
Somebody said event rules. For me, it's like
it's the let me think.
Kubrick agrees with you on Event Horizon.
Oh yeah, because it's a shitty movie.
I don't think it's a shitty movie. It's got a lot of fans.
Bros are fans.
Bros. Maybe you should watch it.
It's the PG Hellraiser / space sci-fi caper.
It's not PG though, so definitely a hard.
Yeah, but I mean, compared that to Hellraiser, it's they're trying to get into like the.
Well, it's Hellraiser in space, but Hellraiser in space is already done with Hellraiser 4.
Yes. Anyway, I'm not a fan, as you can tell.
Twilight Last Gleaming. I don't have that one actually. Good movie though. See, Josephine says her brother likes it.
He's a bro. No.
It's okay. I mean, I'm not as big I'm not as big a derider of it as my better half is. But she should review movies with me, and you know what? I'm trying to get that habit. Razor in space. Sam Neill's in Event Horizon. Sam Neill's in Event Horizon, right?
What?
It's Sam Neill, right?
I don't care.
I like Sam Neill. It was a pleasure, Josephine. Have a great evening. It's less gory than Hellraiser. Well, it's going to be a more uncut one, but still, I know what they were going for. They were going for H.P. Lovecraft. They were going for Lovecraft in space. That's what they're trying to do. And let's be honest, it's not easy to do Lovecraft. And it is schlocky sci-fi horror. But what's wrong with schlocky?
What?
I said it's schlocky sci-fi horror, but again, what's wrong with schlocky? It's fun.
No, it's not schlocky.
It is schlocky. You don't consider it deep.
Yeah, but it's not. No, schlocky is when it's campy. It understand. The problem that I have with it is that it takes
itself too seriously.
Too seriously. It's a shit movie. You can just basically pretend. At least do it in a schlocky way.
Yeah, it's like Resident Evil. Like somebody mentioned Resident Evil. Resident Evil, yes, Resident Evil is a great example of a good schlocky
Yes,
series.
that's a schlocky thing. They know
does-
what they're doing.
Yeah, they don't take themselves seriously. They don't feel like, do not feel attacked if you don't like it. Everybody's opinion is wrong.
No, and I'm not. I have nothing against. This is just my personal opinion, and please don't get offended. We all have different points of view. That's just mine.
Yeah,
That's why I don't make videos.
Well, no, that's the perfect reason to make videos.
No.
Resident Evil movies are fun. I'm willing. I can't wait to see the remake Resident Evil because I want to see how they're going to go with that. Michael says you're a delight.
Was that sarcastic?
No, it was. Michael has gotten his wife in a couple videos too. Now, I don't know if he has the problem that I have getting. Do you have the same problem, Mike, that I have getting your spouse into your videos, where she's like, okay, you know, eventually you have to wear her down? See, because I've got the computer on my screen up here, so she can see all your comments as it goes through. But no, I mean, I love her channel would eclipse mine in a heartbeat. Hell yes. One, she's more attractive than me. Two, she's smarter. So she's more the academic. I gotta share that message. Held for review in my ass. All right, so yeah, I'm excited about the features on there. It's not my favorite film, but there's so many features on there. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it. I don't know if it'll be something that I grab right away. There's more films to get out there. All right, let's go. Let's get off my face for a bit. We'll go to the Criterion stuff. I'll show you guys what's coming up with Criterion, and I'll give you my thoughts on the films. I got a couple unique takes on these. I think they're unique takes anyway. Boo. So let's do Criterion, right? So Criterion has announced new stuff. Yeah, this is the reason I call her my better half. You're correct about that. So first off, we got Nightmare Alley, and it is a film noir set at a carnival. Though I don't like the cover. I really don't like this cover at all. I just don't. I love Tyrone Power. Joan Blondell is great in absolutely everything she's in. I just love Joan Blondell. I hate this cover. I love the movie Nightmare Alley. I truly do, but I hate the cover with a passion. New 4K restoration, but not a 4K because it's Criterion, and they're back around 5 years ago. Look at that cover. This is a film noir. What the hell, Criterion? We get now a commentary from 2005 with film historians James Orsini and Elaine Silver. New interview with critic Imogen Sarah Smith. New interview with performer and historian Todd Robbins. Interview from 2007 with actor Colleen Gray. Audio excerpt from a 1979 interview with Henry King, which the filmmaker discusses actor Tyrone Power. English subtitles and an essay by film critic and screenwriter Kim Morgan. New cover by Ricardo Diseno. I'm sorry, Ricardo Diseno. Not a fan, man. Not a fan of this one. See, I like Arrow. I like Mill Creek. I like Mill Creek better than I like the stuff that's coming out from Criterion recently. Not gonna lie to you there, man. You know I do. Next up is Flowers of Shanghai. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you know this one, okay, we'll go with VCI. Or better yet, this is gonna piss off some people. Echo Bridge. Go with Echo Bridge.
I like that cover.
No, this cover. Which one?
The Hangman.
Do you really? Nightmare Alley?
Yeah, I don't know what the movie is about, but I think the cover is nice.
Doesn't do it for me. It doesn't have like it's a film noir. I think it should have more film noir cover.
Why?
It's because it has to be deep and brooding.
Makes no sense. I like that cover. It's original.
We got one yes for this cover. Aaron took his pants off. Aaron wishes. Okay. New 4K restoration, new introduction by critic Tony Raines, beautiful realism, new documentary by Daniel Rame and Eugene Suen on the making of the film, excerpts from a 2015 interview with Hal, I'm going to guess it's pronounced, or Ho, recorded for the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences Oral History Project, and an essay by Jean May, and a 2009 interview with Ho or Hal, whatever it's pronounced, conducted by scholar Michael Berry. So that's okay. Is it hit or miss? I don't know a lot about. See, I like Merrily We Go to Hell. Although cover-wise, let's just see. Let's get my Better House thoughts on the cover of this one. Merrily We Go to Hell. Great film with Sylvia Sidney and Frederick March. What do you think of the cover?
What cover?
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's right. She hasn't. It's not on her screen yet. Hold on a second. It's a little bit behind. So Merrily We Go to Hell. Houdini Alley. What do you think? See, that seems more Criterion. Remember Frank Henenlotter said during the documentary, that's sexploitation. He said, Criterion has the most boring covers of any company. she's contemplating what she thinks of it. So feature-wise on here, we got a 4K transfer, a 1983 documentary, Dorothy Arzner, Longing for Women, new video essay by film historian Carrie Beauchamp, and essay by film scholar Judith Main. So what do you think of the cover?
I think it's relevant in a way that it's putting the subject matter of this movie around the institution of marriage and, you know, what it means in, you know, the obligations under it for women and the liberation from it for women. So I think, you know,
well,
yeah, I don't think it's not.
If it's the movie, I think, because I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Well, I'm just reading. It says
it's about an open marriage, right?
Monogamy and female sexual liberation. Decades before such ideas were widely discussed. So I mean, yeah, it just puts this idea of the institution of marriage and how women are maybe subjected to the pressures of it and the institution of marriage and all that. So I don't know. I think maybe it's relevant.
But this one is like, this is the open marriage film, as if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
Which is good on them. That's pretty. So what? Okay, here's the last cover coming up. I'm gonna get her opinion on these covers. This is Hin. This is a section. Hin gives me opinions on the Criterion covers. So the next one that's going to come up is Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and I know you've seen that film. Amy Heckerling. It's a classic early '80s film. Definitely something. It's supposed to be the sophisticated. Are we? I'm not sure it's sophisticated. There you go.
It reminds me of the intro to Saved by the Bell. That's the quality of it.
Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
See, for me, this is going to show my age right now. This is going to show that I'm hitting on 50. It reminds me of Square Pegs.
Well, same thing. You know, cheap sitcoms for teenagers. I don't dislike it. Maybe it is, again, it's related to the movie. No, I have no issue there. I'm just giving you my impression of it without context.
So gnarly. I grew up in the era of the Valley Girl, and that was And this one though, this is it. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is truly like a classic when it comes to the when it comes to this type of cinema. When it comes, it's this is one that broke boundaries. Its soundtrack is probably one of the great '80s soundtracks. Definitely one of the great early '80s soundtracks. One of them, an amazing cast, and it goes along the lines more of something like The Last American Virgin and Yellow Popsicle, as opposed to like a Porky's or something like that. This is definitely more of like a serious what it was actually like being a teenager. We got Jennifer Jason Leigh, Phoebe Cates, Judge Reinhold in this one here, Forrest Whitaker, Anthony Edwards, Eric Stoltz, Sean Penn, of course, as Spicoli, who everybody remembers, doing the comedic part of it, and of course playing the teacher was of course the great what's his name, Ray Wilson, the guy that played like in My Favorite Martian. It's what it looks like.
Somebody does agree with me.
What?
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
And they're probably younger, like you said. She's younger than me. Auto commentary from 1999 featuring heckling and screenwriter Cameron Crowe. Television version of the film from the 80s featuring deleted and alternate scenes. That's really interesting, actually. New conversation with heckling and Crowe moderated by Olivia Wilde. Oh, wow. This really is one meant for the younger generation. Reliving our Fast Times at Ridgemont High 1999 documentary. Audio discussion from 1982 with heckling at the American Film Institute, AFI. Essay by critic Dana Stevens. And for the Blu-ray edition, a new introduction by Crowe. I mean for the Blu-ray edition. Is there like a DVD? So, friggin' Criterion will make DVDs, but they won't make Blu-ray, but they won't make 4Ks. They'll make a DVD edition, but they won't make a 4K. Roy Walston, thank you. That's the name I'm looking for. For Rock and Roll High School, different thing. Rock and Roll High School is a totally different style of film, though. And of course, this would have been based on Crowe's book, and this came out in God, how old am I? 1980? Is it 1982? My God, really? DVDs. Well, DVDs sell to a lot of people. I think DVDs still like the number one like selling format. But hey, when you see Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I only got one thing to say. Criterion's got to make money too. So for every like obscure foreign film they put out there or older film from back in the day, they got to put something out there that's going to get like maybe a younger, hipper market. At the time when Criterion started out, guys, Criterion they were doing their thing. Like there was nobody else doing what Criterion was doing. But now that there's Aero Academy, BFI, it's easier to get things. Well, it used to be easier to get things from other countries, but you're gonna have to see them doing their stuff, like just going in and getting some more commercial stuff. That's why you're seeing a lot of these John Hughes movies coming out. Well, the thing is, DVD for a lot of people, for the casual people, DVDs are still. They're cheap, they're easy to carry, you don't have to worry too much about like getting a region-free player. If you got your local computer nearby or anything like that, you can watch the DVD on there no matter where you get it from. When you think of Walmart version, I was thinking Satanic Panic renamed Panic. Was it really? I love that movie, by the way. But I would not buy the Walmart version, apparently. Almost Famous is really good. Now there's a question, which came first, Rock and Roll High School or Animal House? They're so different, though. I mean, like, Rock and Roll High School has a different feel to it. Rock and Roll High School has a kind of, you got the Ramones, you got this kind of like punk aesthetic to it. And Animal House is definitely one of those, it's got a different, it's a rebellious aesthetic, but of a different style. But either way, it's interesting stuff. I'm still sad that those pajamas are sold out, man. But I do love the shirt. Like, I'm definitely not in need of any new shirts, but it's interesting to show you guys. So one of you guys might pick this up. So this is the Mondo Macabro shirt. It's Mondo Macabro. This is the shirt for a certain title. A 4K title. You can see right there. It's Robot Valentine variant edition. Very gorgeous looking. Very much like almost like a heavy metal or metal hurlant, I guess, for my better half. What do you think? Does that remind you of like a heavy metal, like a metal hurlant style artwork?
Yeah, a lot actually. There was this graphic novel. I think it was a French graphic novel that I read when I was very young. It belonged to my dad, and I'm gonna try to remember the name. But that reminds me a lot of that. Hang on.
Are you saying we need to get your dad a Sex World t-shirt?
No.
Like, how would he know? Like, what it was? Like, he's not going to have it on there. Maybe on the inside. Am I participating in the Vinegar Syndrome sale? If by participating you mean showing all you guys about the Vinegar Syndrome sale, well, yes. Yes, I am. Last year, I participated in the Vinegar Syndrome sale enough for about 20 people. I bought a bunch of erotica stuff, and I do recommend. There's some really great stuff here. We will look at some stuff. Is it better to order Scream Factory to Canada or wait to pick it up in a store? It depends, Dave, on the release. For some of the stuff like that you can get here in Canada, heck yes, it's better if you can find it here in Canada or on Amazon or at your local shop. But if it's some titles, you're going to have to get it. Hey there, Emily. Apparently, Michael says we should buy her dad the Sex World t-shirt. It is gorgeous. It is probably their best looking shirt that I've seen in a long time. It tempted me. I kind of wish it wasn't white, but considering the coloring of it, I do like it. You about to order a horror Spider Island?
It's a little different, but this is the graphic novel.
What's it called?
It's called Les Naufragés du Temps. But like the art
Style.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that. There, I can remember seeing.
Let's see if I can get that on screen.
Like that. No, don't Google it because it's.
A lot of nudity.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can show that. I don't know, like.
All right. So let's do that. I got to go back on screen. All right. So this is the art style that she says that reminds her of.
Well, within the graphic novel, there's a lot of like these tones and the. Let me look closely.
It's definitely gorgeous looking.
Yeah. No, actually, yeah, I can definitely say.
For me, it reminds me. I'm where I'm more mainstream geek like that. It reminds me of the whole Infinity like Odyssey type thing.
Those were the comics I was not supposed to read as a child because they were pretty graphic.
So for those that don't know, Heavy Metal magazine, which has been around forever and was something I grew up on, was originally a French magazine, comic magazine first, called Metal Hurlant. They actually even made a two-season TV series and a Canadian-France co-production called Metal Hurlant as well. The Chris Relief box is coming up from Severin. Your problem with white shirts is you can't wear them because of your son. Cheeto dust and spaghetti sauce. You just gotta wear. You gotta be like me. You gotta wear it just when the kids are asleep, or for me, whenever I'm not. If I'm wearing, I have a shirt that I have down here, a T-shirt. So if I'm gonna make spaghetti or something like that, like guys, I'm going shirtless for a bit, and not here right now, but when I make spaghetti. So yeah, but then I have a shirt that I wear if I get cold when I'm eating spaghetti or something like that, because I'm messy. I'm a messy eater. I don't need to have a kid as an excuse for me. I'm just a messy eater. This is a gorgeous shirt though. So that's the variant, and there is like a one there with just the blue. I like the variant better myself, but I'll show you guys the blue one as well. Give me a funny downstairs feeling. Well, they did have a Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls like T-shirt, Michael. I'm not sure if that's still available. So this is a standard edition. It takes a second to load up there. I like the variant better.
Yeah, I prefer the.
Like, so we got, I still have the February package. Sex World's coming. I can show you the initial cover of that. I can't show you, I can't go into the darker stuff, but so this is the first 4K classic erotica film. With full camera right on. If donations would pour in, man, I would so do it.
No, you won't.
I tried. But we got we got a rather than a black case, we're getting something different. There is we're getting a clear case, kind of like what we did with the with Queens of Evil. Anthony Spinelli did this one, and like I told, like if you're a part of my Crimson Cult, you're part of my Patreon account, then you know that I spoke about the different directors here, and I spoke about Anthony Spinelli and Gerard Damiano as being two of the great directors for adult cinema. Same with Bob Chan. Bob Chan is really good with it as well, because these when they were actually cinema. So feature-wise on this one, it has the same. Basically, it has the features that the DVD edition has, but used to be on the limited edition, with a little bit of bonus stuff. So basically, the limited edition, you had a CD. See, this initially had a Blu-ray limited edition that sorted really quickly with a CD soundtrack. Sex World has a great soundtrack, by the way. So this doesn't just give you like the hardcore edition of the film; it gives you the softcore version of the film as well. So if you want to watch it among with your kids or something like that, there's a softcore version of Sex. Okay, well, if you don't like the hardcore stuff. Birth of a Legend, a video interview with actress Kay Parker. Of course, she is, of course, from Taboo. The Funny Man, a video interview with Joey Silvera. A visual person, a video interview with still photographer Joel Sussman. Original theatrical trailer, original teaser trailer. Bonus CD soundtrack, really, really cool. Reversible cover art, really nice release. Annette Haven, Leslie Beauvais, Kay Parker, Sharon Thorpe, John Leslie, Joey Severi, 91 minutes long, done in 1977. Excellent release. I bet you was Ginger. Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls is just so good. And then he goes on and he makes, I think he made Tropical Desire too. Was it him that made Tropical Desire? The one that's set like in World War II. And it kind of blows your mind because you get this, like, it starts off with this like love scene, this X-rated love scene. And when he leaves the girl and he tells her basically he's going to come back, like, spoiler alert from a 1970s adult film. He's going to tell her that he's coming back later on. He's going to be talking. He's going to see her again. Once the war's over, he's going to marry her, all this type of stuff. What we don't realize until he leaves is where he's at and what's about to happen. So does anybody remember the film? Because it was a really good film. Because when he leaves her, right after they've made love, and he's going to get on the boat again, and he does survive, she doesn't. He's at Pearl Harbor, right before the attack, and she dies in the attack. It's a brutal opening for a film, and it goes into like a more of kind of a drama adventure on an island where he's trying to get these girls away from these evil Nazi characters. But such a different film. But there's like a ton of, aside from that, there's 150 classic erotic titles there for those that don't have them. There's ones that I do recommend, and I've gone through the recommendations before. Now, what I always do, and what you should always do when you're looking at the stuff, is always go into the regular limited editions and see if anything is going. So we know that like Frat House is going to be on sale, High School Fantasies. James, you want to get a really one that's probably not going to be a really good one. It's probably not going to be a good film, but it'll be fun. High School Fantasies. Because if you want to see an adult film directed by the guy that directed Don't Go in the Woods and Lady Street Fighter, then welcome to High School Fantasies. Well, really? Did you? Okay, I won't say did you like it because I'll watch the review. We got somebody needs attention here. Do I need to take care of it, or will somebody else take care of it?
Somebody say something bad?
Oh yeah, we got one of those troll peoples.
Oh, who cares? Sad little people.
It is so sad. Oh yeah, if you can see them, just take them out. They made the bad mistake of coming on here when my better half's here. That is not a good idea. Yep. Taboo 1 to 4, Public Affairs, Let My Puppets Come, Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls. 100% agree with all 4 of those. Hey there, Antoine. You didn't miss anything. You missed a desperate cry for attention. Like the comments. All right, so yeah, there's Malabemba's a really cool one. Andrew Bianchi is insane. His moves are insane. I don't know if I consider Andrew Bianchi a genius or just and kind of an insane hack. But I'm leaning towards genius. So basically, for those that don't know Bianchi, the one on here is Malabimba, which he did. It's definitely more of a hardcore film, but he did other films as well. He did one that we watched together called Burial Ground, which was a zombie film with a kid played by an adult that looks like a if you put Dario Argento in a washer, I guess. And you also get the like zombies. You want to take care of it? That person's my bitch. You guys didn't see the comment because it was held and it was deleted by Kubrick, and I just put them in timeout. We both put them in timeout at the same time. So just so you know, if you've come here to like spout negativity or be a troll, you've came to my page. You came to my site already. Thank you for the view. Thank you for letting me live in your headspace. You're doing a great job, Kubrick. He's going to come back in with another name because they tend to do that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's okay though, Aaron. Just keep going.
I am keeping going. Pretty Peaches is a good one too. Pretty Peaches is 1 and 2 I really like. 3 is bizarre. Wait a minute. How did you buy Storefront Theater? Is that available? I thought it was sold out. Did they really bring those back? So Storefront Theater at the All Night Bazaar. No, that's in stock again? Storefront Theater All Night at the Pono. Oh, wow. So for those that don't know, the Storefront Theater series were 2 sets that were done early on in Vinegar Syndrome's career, where they're like shorter films. They're not loops, but they're shorter films. And they're insane films. And Smut is back in stock as well. I was going to swear there. Holy crap. Because I thought it was sold out. Yeah, they were limited. I mean, like, at a point, Michael, they were gone. I mean, like, they were gone for a long time. How they got back, like, because I don't think it's the fact that they were limited, as in, like, they had a finite number on them at one point. But I think it was that, like, it got to the point where they'd been selling it for a while, and like certain releases, they just let them lapse, and then they weren't going to be doing them anymore. So to see them come back, I'm guessing, don't quote me on this, but they've been out of stock since last year of this time. So I would think that these releases here are probably releases that we're only going to see available this time of year. It's not something that I can see them making on a regular basis. Because if they were, guys, we get a 3rd volume. It definitely has different packaging. My dad has them both. I'm extremely jealous of them, actually. They're pretty cool looking. They got like a kind of a cardboard type of case to them. I almost kind of a, I won't say grungy, but it's a different type of feel to it, almost like a newsprint style, but like thicker. There was like a YouTuber, I know that like reviewed a lot of the films, right? You watched them.
What?
Oh, the adult one. He did. Was it Brad, the guy that did Cinema Snob?
Yeah.
He did a whole bunch of those like really horrible, like really bad adult films that he reviewed. That were out. That's the sets he got them from.
Oh, okay.
Like the bizarre storefront theater ones and stuff like that. But no, it was interesting. Like that. Sorry, guys, I just got taken off guard. I didn't know that it was back, which makes me want to look at. So you guys said Smut Fit Smut is back. So with how many copies? With slipcase? With slipcover? So did they just like take some aside? Because I thought Smut Fit Smut was sold out. And it, but because that's one that's not being repressed. For those that don't know, Smut Fit Smut was done in like, it was shown actually in film festivals and theaters. And basically what it was were these two adult films with the adult portions taken out of it, which is really unique. Now they do give you the adult films with the adult stuff on there as well, but very interesting to see that. It looks like what they did was they probably shoved some aside for this particular sale because it was a Valentine's Day sale. Duplicate order stuff like that, yeah. I say they knew, like last year they started doing these Valentine's Day sales. Last year was the first year that they did them. I participated last year because I had like this $50 gift certificate that I won in a Vinegar Syndrome like contest. They're up at around 185 last night when the sale started. It's now down to 110. So they sold 75 copies in less than, holy crap. There were 8 Hammer films from Scream Factory. They're mailing them to you one at a time. I'm not surprised. I always hear like, I think I've ordered from Scream Factory like maybe once or twice early on when they had like their first sales. And then when they had their anniversary sale was the last time. But I've always heard like some pretty, not exactly positive things about Scream Factory's like shipping. It's a shame. I mean, like for a company that's probably the biggest of the smaller companies, you would assume there'd be more stuff. There'd be better stuff out there. Why am I not getting a picture? All right. No, I don't want to update my Firefox right now. That'll be totally. They had 200 storefronts volume 1 last night. Now it's 80. Holy crap. See, that's the thing. I told you these things are going to sell fast. Because they're never there. If you get something that's okay. I want hints of picture on this poster. Hints of picture. Hints of picture. Hints of picture on this poster. Hints of opinion on this poster. My God, what is wrong with me today? First day, new tongue. Shipping fast lately? Well, I can understand, like, so hint. You're about to see the Chris Lee tribute poster. I want your opinion. It's going to come up in big on the poster. Now, some people don't like it. Some people like it. Would you put that up in our house? It's an 18 to 24 size poster.
I mean, it doesn't even look like him in certain instances.
Well,
like I get it. Like I get, obviously, I know what movies they're referring to.
like,
I mean, those 3, but the 2 bottom ones. Honestly, if you took away the top picture and you know the Sherlock Holmes one, I would have no clue that's Christopher Lee at all. It's not an ugly poster. It just doesn't look like him. What happened?
Like, well, the horror of Dracula post, like part of it, or that's Prince of Darkness, right?
Yeah.
It's I think it's Prince of Darkness.
It is Prince of Darkness, yeah.
Yeah. So I see Lee in Prince of Darkness. Like, I get that. Like, it does look like him there. I hate the, like...
What happened to that bottom one? Like, what is that?
A very tired guy. Cousins of Christopher Lee. I love that. Yeah. That's true. Hey there, Dad. Worth getting.
Hi, Glenn. See what your son is making me do?
Yeah, she's giving, like... Do you think this box set's worth getting?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, 100% yes.
Yeah.
But the poster is shit.
Well, the poster doesn't come in the box set, though. You don't. The poster you'd have to buy separately.
All right, that's fine. You
So-
can keep it.
So are we going to buy this poster?
And darkness is the only thing Yep.
I would rather have... See, Santa Sangria has this, like, blacklight poster. That'd be so awesome to have. Because I don't know if I can say it on here or not. I can't. I guess I can. We're in Canada now, and it's legal. But blacklight poster, back in the day, my somebody that I knew, I'm not going to say who, had a blacklight poster. And do you know what blacklight posters are for?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so as a kid, I just thought, oh wow, there's so much there. There's so much into that poster. It's just so cool. And it was later when I became a teenager, and I was home with a friend, like, that I really got to understand exactly how good the blacklight poster was. So yeah, we'll definitely be ordering the. All right, so, but it's not just a poster. Let's look at Pseudoloto's pin for Christopher Lee, because there's a pin as well. So, Dad, you picking up? Dad, I know you're not picking up the poster, Dad. I'm trying to get my dad. Like, I want to get my dad to get, like, Skype at least, or get, like, StreamYard on his computer, so that I can do a video with my dad. So this here is the pin. What do you think of this?
Oh, the pin looks much better. That
Yeah,
looks
say.
like Christopher Lee. It's, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, Pseudoloto does a great job with their pins. Like, this is it's kind of right where your friend shows you while I proclaim they just finished it after 3 weeks of work, and you say, "Good job, bud," and hope they don't ask for a follow up. Yeah. The pins, yeah, they've killed with the pins. I like to have the Lena Romay pin. My dad's a huge Lena Romay fan. That's where I get that from. But I think that my dad is going to pass up on the Christopher Lee box set, so we can grab this one here, The Dungeon of Andy Milligan. Oh yeah. Do you think this one's worth getting?
What?
Do you think this one's worth getting?
Which one?
That pouch looks like card from a bunch of Topps trading pack. You're iffy on Milligan too, all right?
Yeah.
Like, historically? Yeah.
I mean, the guy is an asshole, and I don't care.
Well,
Okay, politically correct. He was troubled.
he's trouble. Yeah, nobody that hates him.
For shit movies, I prefer Al Adamson.
Yeah, Al Adamson
You know?
was interesting. Al Adamson was a nice guy too.
Yeah, but I even bad for bad, schlock for schlock, I prefer Al Adamson.
Me too. What bothers me is that somebody actually said, and I think they actually said this too, and they said, well, we got the Milligan set done. I guess Ray Dennis Steckler is next. Like, seriously? Are we going down that? Is that a rabbit hole we want to go down? Guys, I'm not sure. So, Ray Dennis Steckler. You remember Ray Dennis Steckler, right? Mm-hmm. The incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies. Mm-hmm. Remember how painful that was to watch? Because I remember how painful that was to watch. Now, Steckler's a better, definitely is more adept than Milligan is. Milligan was at his best was a writer, and that's where he should have stuck. He should have stuck with writing, dialogue writing, like play writing, stuff like that. He was not a director. But hey, Mr. Cass, welcome, man. It's been an insane day for movies. Criterion is putting it Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Doris Wishman. I'd buy Doris Wishman. I would. I actually would buy Doris Wishman box set first before I'd buy Milligan box set. That's just me. Like, everybody like what they like. I'm not going to sway anybody in any way. But Doris, I don't think you've ever seen a Doris Wishman film. But Doris Wishman movies, basically what she'd do is she would put the sound in afterwards. So on the screen, whenever the person was talking, their back would be to you, so that they could put in the sound that you have to see their lips moving. Brilliant. That's Doris Wishman. Is Smut Without Smut worth watching? I think so. I don't own it. You'd rather Ray Dennis Steckler? You would? He's a hard one though, Dad. It's hard to get through. I'd have to go back over his stuff again. Like, he did adult films, for crying out loud. I can't imagine how inept his adult films are. Doris I would like. Doris would be fun. Because she is. I feel there's certain people, when I'm watching them, I feel that they really got something to say. With Al Adamson, he you could tell he loved films, right? Same with Jess Franco. Like Jess Franco or hate Jess Franco, he was talented at what he did, and he loved making films. And he just made films all the time. Severin has half-price sales twice a year. They have the halfway to Black Friday sale. Last year, when Vinegar Syndrome did theirs in May, they did theirs in June. Now they will have their they'll normally have their next sale at Black Friday, which they'll have around the same time as Vinegar Syndrome. So Kobe was not a big fan of smut for smut without smut. You can't tell them about it. Well, in a way, I guess this is like an Ace Ventura. I'm doing up a review for some Mill Creek releases I got. I just recently watched the Ace Ventura films over again. They do not hold up. Not well, actually, and many different reasons. I don't mean just because some of the comedy's a little bit dated and stuff like that, but I just mean that Cable Guy does. Surprising, Cable Guy really does hold up well. I'm giving away my review, unfortunately, but yeah, Cable Guy really holds up well. But the other them don't. Doors are giant nudist colony. But yeah, no, was not. They're good, I guess, timepieces in their time. But yeah. I was disappointed. I was really surprised because I used to find it really funny when I watched it originally. But just for the Cable Guy alone, worth it. Like, it's a cheap set to get, and like Cable Guy's a really good movie. Though you can tell that Ben Stiller was originally supposed to play the role. Definitely not. I kind of do like that Andy Milligan like magnet. 42nd Street Apollo Marquee magnet. That's cool. That's better than the films. That magnet is better than the movies. But no, there'll be a sale. Here's the thing, though. One thing to know about the Severin sale as opposed to like a Vinegar Syndrome sale. Vinegar Syndrome goes back 3 months. Like that's so basically when May comes. So, oh god, I suck from this. So February and like anything before February, like you'll be able to get for half price, and before. With when Severin does a sale, they they push it back 6 months. So anything that's come in the last 6 months, won't be half off. So Severin sales are really only good like for me usually when it's like the Black Friday one. See, I never liked When Nature Calls. That's one I never got into. You thought Severin might put it in a Emmanuel box set or Franco box set. Not yet, Jace. I do expect there to be an Black Emmanuel box set, but I don't expect it anytime before Black Friday. I think that Severin is sitting on the Black Emmanuel box set until Black Friday. I think that's one. I know my dad will get that one. I don't even have to like guess. Like it's Laura Gemser. My dad's a huge Laura Gemser fan. I am too. So I just showed you guys Emmanuel in America. There's so many different Emmanuels. Now the Gemser Emmanuels, like that series of Emmanuels, they're the 1M Emmanuels. Because there's the 1M and there's the 2M Emmanuels series. There's the original Emmanuel series that came out with like Sylvia Crystal, and other people took the role over after part 3. So those were done with 2Ms. That's the French series. And there's the kind of the I guess we call them the Italian series of Emmanuel films done with Laura Gemser, and those have 1M in it. So that's the best way. The best way to tell which Emmanuel you're getting, aside from looking at the cast, is like looking to see if Emmanuel has 1M or 2. If it's got 2Ms, it's the classy French series. If it's got 1M, it's the Italian series. You watched Emmanuel in America for the first time, and you were surprised. I'm guessing you went in without knowing some of those scenes. We won't talk about them on here, but yeah, Joe D'Amato liked to push the limits when he was making films. And now Joe D'Amato actually started like in cinematography, like doing westerns. He said you're a sleazy guy. Well, duh. Had to get it from somewhere. Joe D'Amato liked to push the limits. He started doing like westerns and stuff like that. He did, in the 80s, he did a few horror films, Giallos. He did Delirium. Was it Delirium? Was that Delirium, or was it, did he do Beyond the Darkness? I'm trying to remember. The Italian ones are better in Europe. I like them both. I mean, like they're very different. I mean, the Italian ones have more like Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals. Like, say what you want. Not a bad adventure film. There's some cool sequences in it. There's some insane sequences where you're like, holy crap, I'm really watching that. But there's like for a film, I don't like cannibal movies. I really hate cannibal films, and I got a few in my collection too. And cheater box for cable. He swear he saw Emmanuel and Emmanuel. You probably did. You bought the novel because you're classy like that. There's a few. Like if you like the Emmanuel stuff, then yeah, definitely. I'd say I wouldn't say any time before Black Friday. I did not get the Jess Franco Tree Topper. I'm sad to say it, and I have both Jess Franco like books from Stephen Thrower for the Snyder Cut. Well, I won't be able to see it on March 18th because we don't get like HBO Max here, because and it's not HBO's fault. It's the fault of like the our cable companies. Really, the reason we don't get HBO Max, it's the fault of our cable companies. Like places like Rogers and Bell Reliant, they pretty much like they stranglehold like Canada when it comes to like letting anything get in. Like rather than like let like another television station or something come in, they'll go up and buy anything that's worth watching on a TV station and put it on one of their services, like their Crave streaming service or something like that. I remember back in the day we used to have this like box, and if you remember them, they'd have like there'd be a brown box, there'd be like these buttons you'd press on them, get two different channels. Get that tower. And as a kid, I'd go to like the adult channel, and what would be on the show? What would it be? One of the movie channels that would have like some stuff on it, and it would be like Wiggly, and I'd go there sometimes, and I'd try to see the picture, see if I could see anything, and sometimes I had to, if you pressed it fast enough, like for a minute or for a few minutes, the picture would like be almost like you'd be like squiggly, but you could see it. That's what we had to do in the days before the internet, guys. That was so consider yourself lucky. You got to stop the complaining. HBO releases now for your birthday gift. One thing I do say I like is that it's going to have Joker looking, well, not like he did in like the Suicide Squad, which is good. Yeah, the lines were bent. Yeah, exactly, Kubrick. Exactly what he used to do. Everybody did it. We all did it. Didn't matter who you were, you did it. You were trying to watch the channel. Yeah, happy early birthday, man. March 18th, see? My dad's birthday's at the beginning of March. My birthday's at the end of March. Matthew's birthday's in the middle of March. A lot of good birthday people. March is such a good month for birthdays. That's my birthday month. But I don't know. I mean, like, there's so much stuff. Like, you gotta pace yourself when it comes to stuff like that. When like you can't buy everything, obviously. There's so much stuff. Like, let's look right now. Let's just look at Severin, for instance. So there's coming out in the next few months from Severin. There's Deep Blood, the Italian shark exploitation film. Everybody wants that. There's William Girdler's films, Day of the Animals. I know I know my dad's getting that one. That's a favorite of his. And Grizzly. Two really. Grizzly is like Jaws for grizzlies. That's what it is. It's a really good film, actually. Then you come up with some actual classic films. And I'm no word of lie. I'm not joking. A 4K release of Santa Sangria. And that, again, one of the classics. Have you seen the film, by the way?
What?
Alejandro Dvorsky's Santa Sangria.
No.
Okay. A mind-blowing, like mind-tripping film. And also, you get, like, aside from that, now, where are they at? It's on the other page. There's, like, 2 4K releases coming out in February. I think April. What the hell are they coming out? April? I think it's April. So yeah, in April you get like March. Day of the Beast and Perdido Durango, all in 4K, and probably one of the most wanted like releases, like sequels in my opinion anyway, for me. Nosferatu in Venice with Klaus Kinski. You just gotta. It's overwhelming. You got to say, okay, I'm waiting on this, I'm getting this, I'm waiting on that. You look at, did you watch Grizzly 2? I can't do it. From what I saw of it did not look good. You're getting your 8-year-old son a Grizzly. That is cool dadness. That is cool dadness, getting your 8-year-old son a Grizzly t-shirt. He digs horror. You watch The Fog. The Fog's cool. Now, if you haven't shown it to him yet, I'm just gonna say, Monster Squad kind of rules, man. Just saying it out there. Monster Squad. I'm gonna put this out there. Some people are gonna hate me for this. Monster Squad, better than the Goonies. So much better than the Goonies. Okay, well, the sale that's going on right now, William, is right here. It is the Vinegar Syndrome V-Day weekend sale, the Valentine's weekend sale. 50% off all 150 classic erotica titles. Their first hardcore film on 4K UHD, which is Sex World by Anthony Spinelli. Limited edition Sex World t-shirts. Limited edition Don't Panic pajamas, which are now already out of stock. And Severin announced what I think is their best box set this year, and maybe one of their best box sets in a long while, and that is the Christopher Lee Eurocrypt box set. Oh my God, I just said deja vu.
What?
I just said deja vu.
You what?
I just said deja vu.
Oh, okay.
Like where feel like I've been talking about not just this before, but the Christopher Lee box set before. And I know there's no other Christopher Lee box that I'll be talking about. So,
Deja vu is just a split of a split of a split of a second of your brain shutting down.
Or,
no,
I'm psychic.
Oh, God.
Where you going? Okay. Just saying. Monster Squad's amazing. I love Monster Squad. It's one of those, it's like there's the Goonies and there's the Monster Squad. And you don't have to put them up against each other, but I'm going to right now. And although I like the Goonies and I saw it in theater, the Monster Squad I thought was better. I'm just like sitting back for a second. Sorry, guys. I'm just like, which Goonies did you see? Did you see the one with the octopus? Kubrick was the one with the octopus. Because it's really confusing when you're watching the Goonies. And you're like, you talk about, and we got attacked by the giant octopus. And you're like, if you saw this in the theater, you're like, what giant octopus? There was no, no, that's an actual film, dude. It's not an adult film either. I got like the big box set of the Goonies here, actually. Remember the big, like, thick set they put out? I have that one here. The one in the theater. Then then the theater one didn't have the octopus. They took it out. That was put back in, like, for the TV versions. Uh, Totally lost my train of thought, guys. I went there for a second. I just was like, I guess that deja vu was part of my brain, like, kind of having 2 seconds of, like, shutting off, I guess. By the way, if you are here and you have not hit that like button yet, be sure to do so, because it helps the channel and it ensures it. Hope the more times you hit the like button, guys, the less chance you have of, well, not having to wait 20 minutes to get my to get my notification. What's the longest stream like that I've ever done? 3.5 hours or so, probably. Right? Fright Night is better than everything. Fright Night rocks. The final word. You always have your final word. It's cute. But I will agree with you on Fright Night. Rumors of a new Elm Street box set. If anybody does it, Jason, I would be expecting that to be Scream Factory. Silver Bullet rocks. So Fright Night is just Fright Night is just one of those perfect, like, vampire films. I have, like, the Twilight edition of Fright Night. I've got the I got a UK edition of Fright Night. So I got a couple. I got a couple editions of Fright Night, actually. And, welcome to Fright Night. For real. How cold is it? It is not below 32, I'll tell you that much. Though I was talking to somebody from Texas today, and they said, like, it was amazingly cold out there. It's cold here. It's not warm. We don't have a lot of snow. We got a little bit. We did have, like, a lot of snow for one day, and we called our plow guy. I know his name isn't Mr. Plow. Fright Night, Silver Bullet. Those are two amazing films. Of course, Silver Bullet has the amazing Megan Follows in it, who is a Canadian actress. So you gotta love Silver Bullet to be on my channel. Just saying it. Oh, the Canadian Mafia will come and get you. Name again is Mr. Plow. When The Simpsons was a good relevant show, guys. I think I bought like Monster Squad and Night of the Creeps on the same day. Tom Atkins is just one of the coolest guys that ever lived. Just, especially with the stash. The whole thrill me is just epic. Tom Atkins, the coolness of Tom Atkins. And the thrill me line from Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta love Tom Atkins. Not without the stash, then he's like the abusive dad and like Creep Show. Like beating up Joe Hill before he got
Yeah, but
McLaughlin
with the
King.
stash, he's the abusive guy.
He's not an abusive guy.
He's
the
abusive husband.
He's not.
He is.
Hey, Tom Atkins
Aaron,
cannot.
do not find any excuses. You're
Hold on.
threading
It's
very-
Tom Atkins. You cannot help it that there's so much Tom Atkins to go around.
Yeah. Well, you know, he definitely symbolizes.
Don't go there. And also he takes the time out of his busy schedule in Halloween 3 to drink, have a drink with the bum on the street. That to me is altruism.
And then go to his wife, and then go to his mistress, and then go back to
His other
wife,
mistress.
and then go back to his other.
No, he's
mistress.
broke up with his wife. No, he's broke up with his wife in Halloween 3. He's broke with his wife because he's had so many other mistresses, like at the
Right.
hospital.
Yeah.
Because like everybody in Halloween 3 wants to sleep with Tom Atkins pretty much, or has already slept with Tom Atkins.
Wow.
But it's like, he's like, excuse me, only her is young enough. What blows my mind, what I love about this film, it's Tom Atkins' actual wife acts in the movie.
So can you change the internet picture, please?
Don't you like that? Just for that, dude, I'm putting those dinosaur pajamas on the screen.
Put back your screen and talk to people directly.
Okay, let's do that. Guys, you're going to have stuck with me again for a bit. Yeah, so what I love about like Tom Atkins is that his wife acts in the film. No, you got to know. So did you know his wife's in Halloween 3?
Yes.
So when he's doing the lovemaking scene with the young girl, that something happens at the end of the film. Anyway, so when he's doing the lovemaking scene, it cuts to this older lady in the next room that gets killed. That older lady, that'd be Tom Atkins' actual wife. Which I gotta think. Now, Tom Atkins had nothing to do with the fact that she.
I know.
But I gotta. Storefront Volume 1 and 2 are worth it. Now they're insanely bad movies. You got to know that going in, and you got to like the fact that they're bad movies. You can't go in and think, okay, this is, these are going to be good films to watch. They're going to be fun films to watch. Yes, Tom Atkins picks up hitchhikers and sleeps with them. See, not only does he give you a ride, but he gives you a ride. I can't believe I said that. Oh, he said Tom Atkins picks up hitchhikers and sleeps with them, right? I said, not only does Tom Atkins give you a ride, but he gives you a ride. I was going to say dad joke, but no. Please don't let that be a dad joke. But there's so much coming out, guys. We got Criterion today. We got Severin. We got Vinegar Syndrome sale. I hope to God you guys are getting the Vinegar Syndrome sale stuff that you want. There's some really good stuff there. Where the hell did I just went into Christian Slater territory with my voice, and I don't know why. But yeah.
There's an Arrow announcement too.
Is there really?
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, but the title is "Huge New Releases for April." And
Huge new releases. Let's find out the huge new releases. So what are they?
oh, they're just re-announcing Battle Royale.
Oh, we know about Battle Royale.
Donnie Darko, we already know that.
Yeah.
Switchblade Sisters.
Yeah, Jack Hill.
Why am I getting this in now? Clapboard Jungle.
That's one you're gonna want. That's their
Yeah,
actually.
that looks interesting.
That's a documentary on independent filmmaking with like a ton of like about 10 hours features.
Death Has Blue Eyes.
Nika Masterakis, Death Has Blue Eyes. So it'll be good.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just the email they sent.
So he's just getting it. We're just getting it now. If you ever want to see a guy in a Sasquatch suit hopping in the woods, then the Storefront Theater, Night at the Bazaar is the title for you. Did I hear Robert Englund is going to be cast in Strike? Yeah, I did actually hear that. What's the shipping like for Vinegar Syndrome sale in the U.S.? Actually, it's pretty good in Canada. It's pretty good anyway, actually. I keep going back to Kobe's like comment. If you ever want to see a guy in a Sasquatch suit hopping in the woods, then Storefront Theater Night at the Bazaar is the title for you. And this, guys, this epitomizes what makes my channel unique and different. And why me and Michael get along so well. I'm always glad my better half participates in the stream. Hey, Tin Room Bizarro. Okay, I gotta shout this out right now. Tin Room Bizarro, I love your reviews. For those that don't know, Tin Room Bizarro is pretty much the guy when it comes to reviewing the adult titles. And he actually goes in and reviews them really well. Does some amazing stuff, amazing work. If you haven't checked out his channel, I strongly recommend you do. We were talking about, spoke about in like the recent Vinegar Syndrome website. I noticed there, because I mentioned that I was a fan of the channel. Silver Bullet Company Wolf's a good movie. Wolfen's really good. Wolfen's underrated, actually. So it's coming. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Company Wolves. So yeah, if you want to know on a lot of these like Vinegar Syndrome titles, especially these type of titles, and you're not quite sure, after this stream, I do recommend you go check out Tin Room Bizarro, because he's goes into like detail on a lot of the titles that are going to be in that sale. He's reviewed a lot of them. We watched some of his reviews. Dog Soldiers is incredible. There's still rumors now that the recent resurgence and like interest in Dog Soldier, because the second sight may make a Dog Soldiers 2 come about. Which I'll be all for. I love Dog Soldiers. It's just a shame that it was such a good cast. I'm not sure how, but they have to get like a really good cast for Dog Soldiers 2. But yeah, because Sean Pertwee was so good in the original Dog Soldiers. So is it Liam Cunningham in Dog Soldiers too?
What?
Is it Liam Cunningham in Dog Soldiers? The guy from Game of Thrones. I'm sure the guy from Game of Thrones is in Dog Soldiers. Remember Dog Soldiers? The werewolf, like.
Yeah. No names.
Maybe I'm wrong on the name. What's his name? Yes, Liam Cunningham. Apparently I do know names. But all right, so I've been streaming this for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Holy crap, guys. One of my longest streams. Hopefully this ending is not too sad. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Ron, for super chatting. I always hit like, share, subscribe, do all all that jazz. If you ever feel free to either super chat or hit the donation thing down below, you can do that. It helps the channel, and it helps the channel grow. If that's not something you can do, there's always the like button and the share button. No matter what you do, as long as you come in and enjoy yourself, that's what this is all about. I'm Aaron. Still, even after 2 hours. And 20 minutes of those, I spoke to myself. 5 minutes of those, it was unlisted. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. Have a fantastic time with the sale. Pick up that Christopher Lee box set. It's sexiness. Go buy your adult films. Get some classic erotica. And I will see you here really soon in the Call to Cinema. Have a great night. And thank everyone for coming in and joining in tonight.